And here's the thing that a lot of blacks ignore. And I know you got this in Canada, and I know you got this in Haiti, but a lot of blacks ignore what we call the black tax. Okay, what the black tax
Ooh.
is this. You know where I'm going to this with
Oh, I
JC.
know what you mean. If we're basically talking about black people and
Yes,
what we've been doing, basically, in my observation, I think that we've been taking $1 and instead of multiplying it to 10 to 100, we've been
yes,
actually turning it into $10 worth of debt.
yes.
And I'm being
Because
generous when I say 10.
yes, we spend the problem with black people, and as we're growing up, and you know you're the same. We're in this poor, no matter where you're from, we're all the same. We learn how to spend money. We didn't learn how to generate income and to make that income and to make it grow. We just learned how to spend, 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 spend. We didn't get taught how to build or nothing. And here's the thing that a lot of blacks ignore. And I know you got this in Canada, and I know you got this in Haiti, but a lot of blacks ignore what we call the black tax. Okay, what the black tax
Ooh.
is this. You know where I'm going to this with
Oh, I
JC.
know what you mean.
The black tax is like, hey, your family member needs some money. That's you don't expect to spend that. Oh, guess what? Mama need money. Oh, I gotta send mama money. Or cousin need money. Hey, you know your cousin Ben just died, or Uncle so and so just died. And now you gotta spend money for a funeral, or you gotta spend money for somebody's car who broke down, or you see the little nephew that you like that likes you to always call you Uncle JC. Oh, hey, you know it's his birthday. Now you got to give him extra money for this, that, the other. When what you should be doing is avoiding the black tax. We cannot afford to take care of other family members. Black people, we are barely really making it. Most of us are a job loss away from losing everything. That is why we need to build that generational wealth. You can lose your house, your cars, all your possessions if you lose your job. That is the danger. And that is why net worth is so much more important than income. Because you could be a
Wow,
UPS
we
driver.
are one job away from losing everything. One job loss away from losing everything. This is one of the most powerful thing I've heard in this podcast today, man. Because it's so true, and I've
Yes.
gone through it. I've gone through it 3 times. I've
Yes.
been imagine I went to school, spent 7 years, at least. Thank God I didn't had to get a lot of debt when I got out of school. But
Yes.
imagine also that I was in another city and where I would have like 50,000, 80,000, close to 100,000 in debt on top of those 7 years. And then when I got out of the market, I got into the market to work. I did a job within a year and a half, got laid off.
Yes.
What's going on? What's going on? Like I did another job, like 2 years laid off again. Like wow, like within 5 years, I worked two jobs and I got laid off. And I'm like, at this point, I can even do the 40 or 50 rule where I think I have
Yes.
one job and stay the entire my life and get one paycheck, be comfortable. I can't do that anymore because
No.
I'm getting laid off. So I had to really think about a plan of basically how do I maintain my life and not lose everything after job loss because it's a pattern now. It's a
Yes.
pattern that I'm getting lost. I mean, there is a reason for that, but in terms of the black people in general, we're very far, far, far behind the rest of the world when it comes to wealth. There is 400 years worth of reasons why
Yes.
this is the case, but at the bottom line is today, this is the reality. Now, I think if every family from every race should focus on passing down an asset
Yes.
and wealth to their legacy.
Yes.
But for us black people, it is almost mandatory
Yes.
because if we don't do that, we might go extinct.
Yes. And I always say that we as black people are facing extinction if we do
Maybe
not build
all
wealth.
the cops, maybe the cops will shoot us down to extinction.
Yes.
Who
Because
knows?
you know why? Cops don't shoot demographics that have built wealth. You don't see the Asian getting shot up. You don't see other demographics getting shot up. Why? Because they have wealth. They pick up a phone, they make a phone call, they ask this guy, hey, why did this cop shoot my son? Next thing that cop's in jail.
Exactly. They
We
have
don't have
built
the
up
power.
as well, but with wealth comes influence, right?
Yes.
And then that's what they have. So I believe if more black families started thinking about increasing their net worth, just like you're mentioning, so much more important than paid income, building their wealth, and thinking about retirement early, because when you think about retiring early, it forces you to start looking into investment and how it's going to cover your living expenses. So
Yes.
that's how, if you already having that mindset, then you're gonna look at the stock market, and then you're gonna be like, you know what, dividends makes more sense for me because I want to retire early, right?
Yes.
So that's the importance of doing all that. And again, like, maybe if more families were thinking that way, then
Yes.
maybe they can not only help fund the autonomy of the community, but we can also have the time to help build it. We can build the influence where we can influence what affects the community as a whole. Just like you were
Yes.
mentioning earlier, we can build that generational wealth use that as a stepping stone, so that other next generation can use that and increase their influence and increase their leverage in society and achieve greater things than we could have achieved. It starts from someone. There is a pattern of poor behaviors that are passing down from generation to generation in our community, and it needs to start somewhere. Why not with you? If you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here where you can find the entire Wealth Engineering podcast. Click right here, and we'll see you on the next one.